late to getting this posted, but today my theme seems to be better late than never. So here we go with today's yoga class. All you might need today is just a block. Nothing too strenuous with the block today. Probably some pretty gentle yoga. I've had a little bit of a stressful week, so that's kind of what I'm feeling. So hopefully you guys are feeling that too, especially if you're, alive in the world right now. So I hope you all are well, and I hope that you're safe and healthy, and I hope that you guys are all staying mentally sane during all of 2020. We'll just put it that way. So let's start with a block if you have it. If not, that's okay. You can start with like a blanket or a pillow underneath your seat as well. But we're just going to start in a seated position. So whatever that means for you, whether that's, I'm going to go for on my knees, and I'm going to place the block underneath my hips just to give me a little bit of a rise in my hips over my knees. And then here I'm just going to take a moment to settle in. So wherever you're at, think about growing the crown of your head towards the ceiling here. And then tuning in to your breath. Notice how your body feels. Notice any tension you carry and where it's at. Just notice your state of mind right now. Are your breaths short? Are they long? Are they intentional, or are they just a little scattered? There's no need for judgment here in any of this. It's all about bringing awareness, because when we begin to bring awareness into our bodies and into our life and into our lifestyles, we begin to have the ability to change. Without awareness, we cannot change. That's one thing I love about practicing yoga, is that it makes us and forces us to take a little time to settle down, to look inwardly, some of us just to breathe. I notice here with the stress that I'm carrying currently in this 2020 world, that my shoulders even are starting to creep forward and up to my ears. So if anyone else is feeling that way, just let's bring awareness to the shoulders and maybe pull the shoulder blades down and away from your ears, and keep tuning into that breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Right, from here, begin to deepen your breath, inhaling through the nose, expanding into your belly, and exhaling from your mouth, pulling your belly button into your spine. Inhale and expand into all four quadrants of your torso. And exhale, pulling that torso tight. Inhale, expand your breath into the sides and into your lower back, into your belly, and exhale. Imagine you're exhaling and a corset is wrapping tight around you as you pull your belly button in and your pelvic floor up. Let's do two more like that. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, expand, and exhale, release. Keep this pace of breath, but now seal up the lips. Inhaling and exhaling from the nose. Begin to start constricting the back of your throat here, just slightly, so that you begin to get that ocean wave sound. Let's take one more breath in here. And breath out. Good. On your next inhale, go ahead and blink your eyes open. And from here, we'll come on all fours. So hands and knees, remove your block, move it up to the side here. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, spread your fingers nice and wide, and then stack your hips over your knees, and let's curl the toes under to start today. We're going to take a big inhale breath. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, think about pressing your fingertips towards the front of the mat, and then pressing your knees away and your feet towards the back of your mat. So we're trying to rip the mat in half with tension in our upper body and in our lower body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, 2 more like this. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Rip that mat in half between your hands and your legs. Another deep inhale, breath. And deep exhale, breath. Press into your hands, and on your next inhale, tuck your toes under and lift your knees off for hovering cow pose or cat pose or whatever you want to call this. Hovering tabletop, maybe. Take a deep breath in, lift the knees up. Deep breath out, keep it up there. Deep inhale, breath expand into the belly, into the lungs. Deep exhale. Good, 1 more inhale. And exhale, slowly lower your knees down to the mat. Exhale. Inhale, wrap your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Take your gaze upward for cow pose. And exhale, tuck and curl to cat. Inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze upward, squeeze your shoulder blades back. And exhale, tuck and curl. Good, 1 more like this. Deep breath in, squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Inhale. And exhale, push the floor away. Tuck your chin to your chest and curl. Good, inhale brings you to a flat back. And exhale, we'll step it back for high plank. So here in your high plank, please feel free to rock back and forth. Maybe drop one knee in the other, little marches or whatever. Keep spreading those fingertips wide, and then we'll take an inhale breath, come forward, up and back for your downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and drop one heel, bend the other knee. Walk your dog, as they like to say. And find your breath with your movement. Let's take 1 more breath to move. And on your inhale, lift your heels up high to the sky. And exhale, sink those heels down towards the mat. Now finding your downward facing dog here. Making sure your hands are nice and wide. Fingertips spread wide. Squeezing your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Rotating your hips up so you have like headlights on the back of your hips, imagine. You're trying to rotate them up to the sky. Keep your knees bent as much as you need here. Take an inhale breath. And exhale. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Good. 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, shift your weight to your left leg. Lift the right leg nice and high. And exhale. Step it through for a low lunge. Hi, mister. Go ahead and set up this lunge, so make sure you're on train tracks here, not a tight rope. Feet are staggering with your hips. And then from here, just find a little movement. You can straighten the front leg, bend into the front knee. You can maybe draw some circles with that hip. Whatever feels, maybe a combination of the two. Whatever feels good in your body right now. Find your breath here, and when you're ready, we're going to take an inhale breath. Drop that back knee, lift the arms up for crescent moon lunge. Exhale, work those shoulder blades away from your ears. Deep inhale breath, grow tall through your fingertips. And exhale, pull that belly button in. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, interlace your hands and put them on top of your right thigh. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I was drinking some club soda before this class. If you need to pad your knee a little bit, you can curl that mat over. Or find a blanket. Oh, geez. Or find a blanket or a pillow. I'm a little unstable today. And then we'll take an inhale, breath, grow tall. And then exhale, take your hands and send that knee forward. Inhale, grow tall, come back up. Exhale, send the knee forward. So tiny little pulses here. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, send it forward. Good. Inhale, grow tall. One more. And exhale, send it forward. Now you can keep your hands on your thigh here, or if you would like, you can bring your hands down to the mat or to a block. But whatever you do, we want to make sure that the knee is tracking directly over the toes. So you can see from the side here, my knee is directly over my toes. Just to get a little stretch in the ankles, a little more ankle and foot support here. Like I said, today's kind of going to be an easier day. Story time for you guys. Keep breathing here. I accidentally dropped my lunch today at work and it shattered, so I did not have lunch. And then I got home and my power went out, so I don't have access to my fridge or my stove. So on top of the stress of the world, go ahead and take an inhale, breath, grow tall through the crown of your head. And wherever you're at, exhale, come back to center. We'll take an inhale and come up for crescent moon. And exhale, both hands to the opposite side of that right foot. We're going to curl the back toes under here and step back again, for downward facing dog. But, so, all that being said, find your breath. I haven't really eaten a lot today, so we're not going to do anything super intense, because Mama doesn't have any food and I don't want to pass out. And I just called myself Mama on YouTube. Okay, so, that's where I'm at, y'all. Alright, so we're going to take an inhale breath, shift the weight to the right leg with the left leg nice and high, and exhale, step it through to a little lunge. Alright, and then again, finding that pulsing or that circling that you were doing, keeping that back knee lifted, back leg lifted. Make sure again you're on train tracks and not a tight rope, but just finding some like straightening and bending, straightening and bending. Maybe you find a little circle in a combination with it all. Alright. Good. Now, if you needed to on the other side, you might like it on this side, curling your mat over or finding that blanket or pillow. And we're going to pulse our knee forward, so we're going to take an inhale breath. And, we're coming into crescent moon lunge first. So yep, dropping that knee still, curling those back toes under. Take an inhale breath, grow tall through the crown of your head. And exhale, pull that belly button to your spine. Deep breath in, grow tall, reach those fingertips up. And exhale, wrap that corset nice and tight around you. And one more inhale here. And exhale, interlace the hands and bring them on top of the left thigh. And now here we can readjust your stance if you need it, but we're going to inhale, come forward, and exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Good. Inhale forward. Now finding your stance, if you want to stay here with your hands on your leg, that's totally fine. If you want to come down to either hand on opposite of the left foot, that's fine too. Or if you would like a little bit more support, bringing the floor up to you, please do so. But again, we're trying to find that traction of the knee over the ankle and over the toes. So a lot of the time, find your breath. A lot of the time people, quote unquote professionals, will say this is bad. It's actually not. Your knees are actually designed to go over your toes with proper control. The problem is that a lot of us don't have that control in our bodies. So teaching the control is really important, right? To be able to get to those positions. So let's take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more inhale here. And exhale. Go ahead and remove your block if you did. Place both hands on either side of that front foot. Curl the back toes under, press into your hands, step back, downward dog. We're going to take an inhale breath, lift the heels high to the sky, and exhale, sink them down. Inhale, take your gaze to your hands, and exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands at the top of your space. Okay, from here, go ahead and heel toe your feet nice and wide. And then we're going to bend the knees and drape your torso over your thighs. From here, you can go ahead and grasp opposite elbows if that feels good. You can sway from side to side. Maybe nodding the head yes and no. Drawing some circles with the crown of your head. You're ready after this, after some movement, after some breathing. Go ahead and drop your hands down to the mat, and we'll inhale, take a halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale brings you to a halfway lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. And exhale, fold it forward. Good. One more, just like that. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Go ahead and inhale, bend the knees, root to rise, swing your arms all the way up high to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to close your eyes. Find your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Just notice how your body feels after this small amount of movement. When you're ready, go ahead and take an inhale breath and blink your eyes open. Heel toe those feet to about hip width distance apart. Okay. We're going to take a big inhale breath, reach your arms up high to the sky. I'm going to turn to the side here. You stay front faced. High to the sky. And then exhale, grab the left wrist, send the hips to the left, lean towards the right. Inhale, squeeze your core to come back up to center. And exhale, slight bend to the right. Inhale brings you back up to center. And exhale, bend. Stay here on the inhale, so squeeze the glutes just a little bit. Drive this left hip towards your left wall. Inhale. Exhale, find more space. Make sure you can lift up your chin. If you had a mirror, imagine your long, beautiful neck being seen in the mirror. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, send it. Inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. Come back through center. And exhale, switch your grip. So left wrist or left hand grips right wrist. Inhale, grow tall through your fingertips. Shift the hips to the right. Exhale, send the arms to the left. Inhale brings you back up through center. And exhale, find your bend. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, find your bend. Now we're going to stay here for the inhale. And exhale, find more space. Make sure you can see your neck. Lift your chin up. Deep breath in. Squeeze those glutes. Deep breath out. Good. One more inhale here. And exhale. On your next inhale, use your core to bring yourself back up through center. Then we're going to take our hands to the small of our back. So I'm going to turn so you can see. So I want your fingertips right on top of your booty. Okay. And then I want your hands pretty close together and kind of resting in this spot right above where your pelvis meet, like your pelvis ends, I guess, the top of your pelvic bowl. That's what we called it in anatomy anyways, the top of that end. So we want the heels of your hands right there on your pelvis, okay? From here, a lot of us are going to have the tendency to squeeze our shoulders forward. I don't want that happening. So think about sticking your chest out, squeezing those shoulder blades back before you even go into a back bend. So we are doing a back bend. So take an inhale breath, squeeze and engage your glutes. And exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades back and send your hips slightly forward. Exhale, bring yourself back up to center. So it's a tiny movement. We're just kind of shifting our hips forward, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, come back to center. Good, let's do two more. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Take your gaze slightly upward. Exhale, come back to center. Good, one more like that. Deep breath in, squeeze, and look up. Now stay on the exhale. See if you can squeeze those shoulder blades a little tighter. Now press the heels of your hands into your low back. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Deep breath in. Try and see if you can get your elbows to touch behind you. They're not going to, but it's a good cue. Deep breath in. Take your gaze up. Deep breath out. Good, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good, one more. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. On your next inhale, use the strength of your core to crunch yourself back up. Inhale, sweep your arms up above your head. And exhale, dive forward for a forward fold. Inhale brings you into a halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step back. Take a breath in. And I'm going to have you find your flow here. I'm going to go straight to downward dog. But if you would like to move into a chaturanga, go ahead and lower halfway down. Hugging those elbows in nice and tight. Rotate onto your feet so you're in an upward dog position on your inhale. Then rotate on your feet again. Send your hips high. Exhale and meet me in downward facing dog. Alright, so from here we're going to drop our knees. And then if you have a block, this might be useful. I want you to separate your knees so you're at about hip width distance apart in your knees. Okay, and then bring your block with you, and we're going to keep the toes curled under this time, but I want you to sit on your block if you can. Oh, my knee just popped. All right, so that might mean your block is at the highest level, okay? It might mean that your block is at the medium level, and it might mean you don't need a block at all, or at the lowest level. Okay, so I want you to find that level that's good for you. And let's get into this toes pose. So deep breath in and deep breath out. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Good. One more here. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. All right, go ahead and crawl forward. Pitter patter those feet a little bit. Remove the block if you had it there. And then swing your feet to one side, doesn't matter. We're going to come into a little bit of a straddle pose, so you can do this at the front of your mat or towards the side, whichever one is more comfortable for you. We're going to sit up nice and tall, nice wide straddle angle here. I'm laughing at the little cat ears at the bottom of my screen. But flex those toes towards your face. Bring both hands to this in between your legs and sit up nice and tall. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Inhale. And then exhale. Keep a nice flat back. Send it forward just slightly. Good. Inhale. Grow tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. And exhale. Crawl forward just a little bit. Good. One more deep breath in. If you have your block, this might be nice. Then on your exhale, you can go ahead and bring your block down. Maybe build a little house for your head to rest on the block. I can't fully get there yet. We'll get there someday, right? Yeah, but figure out how you want to build a little forehead pillow. You could even maybe bring your hands to your chin, down wherever. So find whatever props you need. Today's kind of a proppy class, sorry. But find whatever props you need and take the actions that feel good in your body. So for me, it's going to be 2 fists on the same level and the highest of my block. Flexing both toes towards my face and breathing into the tight places. And breathing out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Let's just do a few more breaths here. Stay here and I'll call you out when it's time. Alright, let's take one deep inhale breath. And deep exhale breath. On your next inhale, tuck your chin to your chest and roll up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Remove your block. Then we're going to grow nice and tall through the crown of the head and place the back of your left arm onto your left leg. Okay, we're going to take an inhale breath, so you're kind of in this like leaning position here. We're going to take an inhale breath and reach the right fingertips high to the sky. And exhale, begin to slide that left arm down. You want to keep the elbow intact. So even if you just stay here, that's fine. We want to make sure everything from the tip of the fingers down to the elbow is on the leg, on your leg. Flex those toes towards your face. So wherever that happens, it might happen right here for you. It might happen further down for you. But we want to reach this right arm up and over. Think about centering the center of your chest towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. One more deep inhale breath here. And deep exhale. Inhale, reach your arms all the way high to the sky. And then exhale, drop that right arm down that right leg. And inhale, reach those right fingertips up. And then exhale, start to draw that line down over your body. Think about centering and squaring the center of your chest towards your ceiling here. Take a deep inhale breath, flex those toes towards your face. And a deep exhale. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Deep inhale breath. Deep exhale. Your next inhale, reach both arms high to the sky, and exhale. Drop them down, bring them to the outsides of your legs here. And we'll bring the soles of the feet to touch here. Bring your hands to your ankles or to your feet. You can maybe even massage your feet, that might feel good. Then we're going to take an inhale breath, grow tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, drive those knees down. Deep inhale breath. And exhale. Deep breath in. And now exhale. If your block is close by again, this might be nice. So bringing your forehead down to your feet and or your block. And then just finding your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's take one more deep breath in together. And deep breath out. And from here, tuck your chin into your chest, and again, rolling up, thinking about stacking one vertebrae at a time. Go ahead and use your hands on the outsides of your knees to bring your knees back to together, I guess. And then we're going to wrap your forearms around your shins, tuck your chin to your chest, and then again begin to roll. Trust fall here, trust fall time. Roll the length. Gotta be careful in my bookcase, but roll the length of your spine until you rest onto your back. From here, go ahead and rock your knees side to side, maybe draw some circles. Find what feels good. And then from here, go ahead and take any pose that you like that I did not address. I myself am going to take a little bit of a supine twist, but I'm just going to keep my knees lifted, placing my hands onto the mat on either side. I'm going to shift my hips to the right a little bit. You saw that shift. And then I'm going to drop my knees to the left. For me, I'm going to bring my block underneath both my knees just because I want to maintain this right shoulder on the ground. And if I let my knees drop all the way down, my right shoulder comes up. I want everyone here to take their hand, if they're doing this or any kind of twist, take your hand to your low back, kind of that area where we put our hands during our back bend. And make sure that your sacrum is stacked. So mine is not, so I'm going to shimmy a little bit to make sure that, one hip's not over the other, but everything's nice and stacked. You can take that by gazing down at your knees as well. We just want to make sure that we're twisting from the thoracic spine, like our rib cage, as opposed to our lumbar. Finding 3 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Deep inhale and deep exhale. One more breath here.
next inhale, press into your hands that are expanded to your sides and pull, use the strength of your core to pull your legs back up through center. You may need to tap them on the ground if you're doing this pose. And then we're going to have to shift a little bit to the left. Take an inhale breath and then exhale, drop the knees to the right. Now, so on this side, so this is a great example of how things are different on everyone and everyone's sides. This side, I can drop both my knees down fully to the ground while my left shoulder stays on the mat. I'm just a little bit tighter on my right side. But again, taking your hands to your low back, making sure that your sacrum is stacked, your lumbar spine is nice and stacked, and that we're twisting from the rib cage, the thoracic spine, not the lumbar spine. Let's take a deep inhale, 3 breaths here, and exhale. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. And one more inhale breath, and exhale. Take an inhale breath, and again, pressing into your arms, using the strength of your core to bring yourself back up through center. You can hug your knees into your chest, take an extra pose if you would like, but from here I'm going to have you extend both legs down on the mat. Wrap your shoulders down and away from your ears, and take your palms to face up. Or face down, so I like doing face up if you feel like you're needing a little more guidance, a little more wisdom. And palms face down if you feel like you need a little more direction, a little more grounding, a little more depth. So maybe even play with both and see which one just feels better in your soul, if that makes sense. And from here I'm going to release you into your Shavasana. Please stay here as long as you like. Remember that no matter what the world presents or brings to us, we can all handle everything that is ever put in our path. Please spread love, peace, and unity. And I want you all to know that I miss you so much, and I miss teaching in-person classes. So I hope that I get to see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.